When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Virginia Tech's offense will have the football first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking.
Just plowing ahead. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Hokies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Release to the back. This time on target. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll try the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Hokies heading quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They got
him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop. So Pittsburgh's offense ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. He has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse,
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Finding open areas. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Turns it on in midfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's King. It's a seam wide open. He's got the first down, and they did a... job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Bringing it back. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Got a man, it's Williams. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got it in the middle, it's Poe. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Wants to throw again. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route, giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that one hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Snagged in the middle. It's Little. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass, it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Pickup of 14. Let's go. And 1st down on the offense.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong?
Wide open spaces. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Wide receiver going in motion. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Number 42, set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Use the play fake, down to throw. Pulls it in, it's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his tight end. There he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good cover.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium.
Trying to beat the D deep. Catch inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. It's Newton. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
Touchdown, Hokies! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Hit right back to the line. Tight end now in motion. Touch pass on the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. A lot of urgency from this offense. Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Pittsburgh trying to put a touchdown on the board in this red zone trip. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to ride this running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They run the reverse. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
Finds his man. It's gone. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's reeled in. It's King. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. This dude is just running amok for the Hokies both through the air and on the ground.
He's just doing some serious damage. And whether it's running, whether it's throwing, this guy has been on point, making you think of some great names like Mike Vick back in the day that just electrified Virginia Tech fans.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Going to swing it on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Robinson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Pitt will have to boot this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can...
He's going to fire deep. Reels it in down the left side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Newton. Pocket breaking down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe...
Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's King. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Powers through the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Throws to the back. Quick release by the QB. Touchdown, Hokies! And the route is on. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Illegal touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's caught. It's Robinson. Oh, not a space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running it to the right. Runs through a tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Jumped on top of the pile. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. He'll toss it. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Turning it on. He's loose. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Caught in the backfield. It's gone. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely center cut.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 35, he's got room. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. Lets it fly. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking for a gap. It's King. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Newton. Grabbed behind the line, it's King. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dumps it to the back. He's got him this time. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Hokies will try to punch it in on first and goal. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Virginia Tech, 42. Pitt, 20.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, running back gets the give. There he goes! Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They'll give it to the back. Got a little space. Turning on the Jets. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to throw, it's Newton. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, you miss on these throws and you see the ball not go near the wide receiver, but a lot of times it has to do with the bottom half of the quarterback. And are his feet set?
Sends it downfield. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Touchdown, Hokies. And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 87.
How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Finds a man on the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out in front of him.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for space, it's Goff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Delay game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here we go. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Newton. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He'll try to do it himself. Past the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll keep it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to the ground game on the left. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Bring in the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Off the play fake. Looking left. Complete downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Hokies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got his man quickly. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Firing to the right, complete. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse